What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today I'm going to be doing my reaction to the Champions League quarter-final and semi-final draw. But before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you haven't already, then do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Social media links there in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Leave a thumbs up as well if you do enjoy this video. 200 likes, that's the aim, so if we could hit that, that would be brilliant. And also don't forget as well to leave your thoughts in the comments below. What have you made of the draws? Let me know in the comments below. But first, I wanted to give a big shout out to today's video sponsor, OneFootball.
This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world. If you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date.
Thank you very much to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. I'm going to go check that out, link in the description. Let's crack on with this video. So first thing is first, we're going to go through the Champions League quarter-final draw. Chelsea, they're the first team out, come up and they play against Real Madrid. Then it's Manchester City taking on Atletico Madrid. Villarreal are taking on Bayern Munich and Benfica are taking on Liverpool. So let's digest this draw first and foremost. Let's speak about Manchester City and our match with Atletico Madrid. Now, ideally speaking, going into the draw, you want to draw Benfica, you want to draw Villarreal because you identify them two teams as being, in terms of quality, the two weakest teams left in the tournament. And I mean that with every bit of respect towards them teams. Are not easy ties at all. And Bayern Munich and Liverpool are going to have to play to the best of their ability if they want to get to the Champions League semi-final. Now, for Manchester City, we don't get Villarreal, we don't get Benfica, but we do avoid an English team, which is the first big bonus here because we don't seem to be very good against English teams over two legs. The other factor that was put in here was Bayern Munich are the team that I would like to avoid. Now, the reason I want to avoid Bayern Munich, not because I'm afraid of them, but it's because they're at a point where it will take a high energy game to be able to beat them, and it will be a relentless 180 minutes. And if you was to ask me, would I rather face Bayern Munich over 180 minutes or would I rather face them in the final over 90 minutes, I'd fancy my chances in the final over 90 minutes than I would over two legs, because they are a relentless team, and I would put Liverpool very near them in the same bracket. It is high energy, it's hard work, and quite frankly, with the position that we're in the Premier League, what we don't need from this Champions League draw is us having to put in maximum energy, which means in the big games that we've got coming up, particularly that Liverpool at home game sandwiched between the two Champions League quarter-final ties, we didn't want a high energy game in the quarter-final. And to me, this is a really good draw for Manchester City. Now, Atletico Madrid will be very happy with this draw because Manchester City, their style of play, plays right into the hands of Atletico Madrid and also Diego Simeone. He is the master of the arts at defending. He is the master of the arts at counter-attack football, creating one or two opportunities and putting them away. And that is something that Manchester City don't fare too greatly against. However, Pep Guardiola does have experience of playing against Atletico Madrid. We've got experience, or he has any way of playing against Diego Simeone, so he knows what it takes to be able to beat him. And so that puts us with good knowledge in a good position going into this Champions League quarter-final draw. I think it's going to be a really good tie, a very interesting tie that could literally go either way. and I think it could be pivotal that Manchester City are playing at home. Now, in terms of Premier League success, that's very important for us, and it's important because we don't have to do any travelling before that big game against Liverpool, whereas Liverpool have got to go to Portugal, they've got to go to Benfica, they're away from home. I think they'd have preferred a match at Anfield against Benfica, try and get the job done so they can have full concentration on Manchester City. Liverpool are going to find that tie against Benfica. Hard work. Away games at Portugal, it takes for you to play to the very best to be able to get a good result. Now, I would expect Liverpool to go through. I do think Benfica will put up a better fight than what Sporting CP did against Manchester City, but Man City carved them open like a cake because we were clinical in front of goal. We were brilliant that day, and that's what it's going to take for Liverpool to get that tie done and dusted away from home. I'm hoping Benfica will give Liverpool a game. It will be a high-energy, hard-working game for them. If they can keep the score relatively close, that would be a brilliant result, regardless of Liverpool if they go to Portugal and win or get a result or not. I'm not too fussed. They're not in our half of the semi-final draw, so I don't really care, but I do care in terms of what happens in that game and momentum going forward, and the energy and the injuries that they get from that game in the build-up to our game in the Premier League. Liverpool have got to travel. Liverpool will be wanting an away result against Benfica. Manchester City have got no travelling, but we do have a match against Atletico Madrid, and what I will say is if City want to go through, we need to learn from Manchester United's mistakes and why Atletico Madrid knocked them out. That's right, we could have had a Manchester Derby Champions League quarter-final. It would have been massive. Man United bottled it. They went out, they got a good result in Madrid against Atletico, and then bottled it at home. And Man City now are at home here first leg, need to make sure we get a really positive result. To me, if you're at home in the first leg, you need to win that game. You need the team that are playing at home in the second leg with work to do. And if City can go out there and put in a top quality performance, if we can win that game, get a few goals, that would be brilliant and put ourselves in a really strong position. Right now, though, all I care about is winning that game against Atletico at the Etihad. If we can do that, that puts us in a good position going into the second leg. But I think it's going to be two very close games, both in Manchester and in Madrid. It could go either way. It's not a team we're all familiar with playing Atletico Madrid, so I'm interested to see what direction this game goes in. We've got players like João Felix that's going to cause us problems, Antoine Griezmann as well. These are the players that City are going to have to cope with when it comes to defending with our high line, and Atletico Madrid looking for the counter-attack. We welcome back Stefan Savic. They've got a brilliant keeper in Jan Oblak as well. They're a very, very good team, Atletico, and City are going to have to, for 180 minutes, be on it if we want to go through. If City do make it to the semi-final, then I will guarantee you right now that City will have played a very, very good game over two legs, and that is what it will take. I'm trying to think, have we been in a position where we've played at home first and then away in the second leg and gone through? On top of my memory, I can't. I might be wrong, and someone will correct me, I'm sure, in the comments below. But we've got work to do. Guarantee that right now. We've got work to do. It's a difficult game, but it's exciting. And looking towards the semi-final as well, we played Chelsea or Real Madrid. Obviously want to avoid the all-English clashes because we just don't seem to be very good. But we will, if we are playing an English team like Chelsea, we will be at the Etihad first, which is something we've been unfamiliar with. Every time we've faced an English team in the Champions League knockouts, we've always been away from home first. We'll be at the Etihad, and that to me is big. So I'm not too fussed if we play Real Madrid or Chelsea. To me, I think either of them teams are more beatable than Atletico, and Atletico is where our focus must be. Big games against Atletico. I'm looking forward to that. Chelsea, Real Madrid, I think will be a pretty close one. I reckon Chelsea will go through, in my honest opinion. If City do go through, it will be an all-English clash. I'm looking forward to it. I really would. I'd like revenge on Chelsea. They beat us in the Champions League final. Let's get them in the semi-final. And let's say, nah, you're not going to France. You're not going to Paris. We're doing that instead. and dump them out the Champions League. Villarreal, Bayern Munich, I'll be very surprised if it's anything other than a Bayern Munich win over 2 legs there. And Benfica, Liverpool again, I'd be very surprised if it wasn't Liverpool heading through. Semi-final though, could be important in the Premier League and looking ahead. Why? Because Liverpool potentially could have a 2-leg game against Bayern Munich, and that falls between games against Everton at home, Newcastle away, and Tottenham Hotspur at home. So lots of squad rotation there needed. Whereas for Manchester City, we've got Burnley away, followed by Atletico at home, Liverpool at home, and Atletico away. It would be an FA Cup semi-final potentially after that, or Wolves away. And then for the Champions League semi-final, it's Watford at home, Leeds away, and Newcastle at home. So to me, the fixture list does work more in favour here for Manchester City. We'll see what happens. I'm excited. I think it's a really good draw. I think it's a really interesting draw. Chelsea against Manchester City in a semi-final would be massive. Liverpool against Bayern Munich would be massive in the semi-final as well. We're in for a good chance here of getting to the Champions League final. That has to be our aim. And I'll tell you right now, 2-leg game against Atletico. Firstly, bring them on. Secondly, I cannot wait. I'm genuinely so excited for that game. So there we go. They're my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, don't forget as well to leave a thumbs up if you did enjoy this video. Subscribe as well if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Social media links, they're in the description below, sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below, so if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries, do go and check out today's video sponsor, OneFootball, link in the description. Thank you very much to them for sponsoring this video, and I'll see you all again very soon for the next Manchester City video tomorrow. Preview for our game coming up against Southampton. Wembley Place on the line, so I'll see you then. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.